What is going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning into another edition of On the Road to Victory. I am your host, Jimmy Smith, and I hope you're all having yourselves a great start to your week. It is a little after 9:30 here. I am completely beat. Super long day. Then, of course, after the day, I had to go run some leads and gave some estimates out. And, dude, I'm growing here. Growing up. Oh, look at me. But, dude, I hope you guys are having a great day. I was really excited to come here talk to you tonight. I wanted to put together a certain show, and it is almost done, but unfortunately, that is not going to happen. So tomorrow, we will have the 10 ways that the Eagles can create even more cap space, baby. But we are going to talk a little bit about that cap space. We're going to take a look at the Eagles. They have some new numbers, and we're going to talk about another little rumor that's floating out there. So I appreciate each and every one of you taking the time here, hitting that like button, subscribing, all of your comments, questions, all that stuff, man. I can't thank you enough. You guys are way, way, way too helpful. I love you guys. You're truly family here. So excited to talk a little bit with you here today. And we'll jump right into this stuff. But let me jump over to the comments first, see who we got starting this party out here. And let's go, my man, Sean. Yo, brother, hope you're having a great start to your week. Nina, let's go. Love to see you guys in here. You never know what's going to happen here. So we'll see. But yeah, we'll talk about all that stuff coming up here and what's going on, my man, Troy, Tiffany. Let's go. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Hope you're having a great start to your week. But let's jump right into this. I know everybody's impatient. Let's get it out. Let's go. So we got the numbers the other day. We talked about it, right? So now you saw them holding their jerseys. I posted the pictures the Eagles that put out there. So fantastic. We know you want to go buy some jerseys. There you go. Gardner-Johnson 8, Huff 0, Barkley 26. Now, I did not add these or make a graphic for them because I have not had it verified. But Matt Hennessy right now seems that he will be wearing 77, and Zach Bond looks to be wearing 53. Now, that is not confirmed. So did not make a graphic, did not put them on there. But it looks like they will be wearing those numbers. I know a lot of you guys are real into that stuff. I don't know. Anybody's buying a Hennessy jersey. Maybe that's your favorite drink. So you want to go out and grab a 77, maybe drink a 7 and 7 while you're waiting for your Hennessy. I don't know. Dear Lord. All right. So you saw that. Now, numbers, right? What about those other numbers you're looking for? I'm just going to jump right in front of this right here, right now. And I know that you guys have been seeing everybody post. Everybody wants to be me now. Oh, isn't that right? So everybody's a cap expert now. So, okay. Well, you see, Spot Track, did not do me any kind of service here by posting the updated top 51 cap space. Well, that is not the updated cap space for the Philadelphia Eagles. So, therefore, everybody just takes that, runs with it, and now the Eagles have $39 million. Now, to me, we still got a lot of money, so I don't care. Like, obviously, I know we've got money. You know what I do with the cap here. But my point here is don't be putting out false, like, dude, just don't do it. There's no room for misinformation here, and you Eagles fans deserve the facts. So my job here as the Eagles content creator that talks about the cap space is to put that news out. So now we've got everybody wants to do that. You've taken everything else, guys. Why don't you just leave this one to me? Because let's be honest, you're already off to a pretty horrible start this offseason. There are, as you can see, 9 players that are not accounted for on that $39 million. So as I've been saying throughout the days, and you guys, I know, continuously ask because you know that I'm the person that gives that to you, but here's the problem. I can't give it to you if I don't have those contract details. So that's why you haven't seen a video yet, because the numbers aren't out yet. So people are just making things up off of, trying to get people excited. I don't know, worked up. But here's the point. I already told you we had cap space. I showed you that months ago, showed you ways we would create that even more space. We did that with Byard, Maddox. We restructured Sweat. We talk about, Landon Dickerson getting extended. Everybody confused how we're saving space there. It's like, well, dude, if you're going to take my content, maybe you should listen to what I'm saying in those shows, because I explain it all and whatever. But here we are. And dude, 39 million. Hell yeah. But you got to remember, we're saving space when we talk about Sweat. We talk about, some of these other moves that haven't hit, when it's, Lovato and Man and certain things. But obviously the signings, like we know Saquon Barkley, that's 3.9. And, there are some numbers out there, some other ones. But if you're just looking at this 39 million, Gardner-Johnson, Huff, White, Vaughn, Burks, Hennessy, Parker, Mann, Lovato, all those players have to go on the books. So, what I always explain is you're taking their cap hits, right? So now everybody's trying to, take what I just said and, okay, well, now you're subtracting those players. So I think we're going to have this. That's also not how this works. So you're not just subtracting whatever their cap numbers are from the cap. It's the top 51 in the offseason. The top 51 cap hits, that's what counts. So you are replacing 9 players there, right? So those players that aren't, included on that, cap, little detail they're giving you there, they're not including those 9. So they will replace the bottom 9. And the bottom 9 are all around $1 million, give or take less or more. So that's 9 million right there. And don't worry, I've already got those graphics ready for you. So I'll do the math for you. I'll show you how that stuff works. And that's how those people learn. But apparently they're not listening to what I'm saying. So rewatch it, maybe just share so people actually learn how it works instead of confusing the hell out of everyone. But here we are. So look, I will detail that video as much as I can while also simplifying it. So it's not like, super crazy math, but you'll know how to do it yourself. You should be able to be just like every other content creator, make a channel, start becoming your own cap expert. But let's just be real. And I have, dude, every time I got on like lunch today, I kept seeing all these comments and stuff. And I've been trying to keep up with you guys, dude. It's insane. And I love you guys. I appreciate all the comments. But people telling me, and I see some of you sticking up for me in the comments, which is, hilarious. You don't have to do that. But yeah, man, we got people telling me how the cap works. We do have 39 because you got to do it. And I'm like, dog, I'm probably not the guy you want. No, and I nicely just say, look, man, you can tune in anytime. I'm here to give free information. I will make you the smartest Eagles fan ever, dude. That's what I'm here for. I share the brotherly love. That's what I'm all about. And I love you guys. I'm happy you're here. And you sickos, I know you appreciate it, but there's just people that, I don't know, man. I guess you just can't make them happy. But for me, I prefer the truth, right? So we're going to get it out there. And last night we just had a great conversation. You guys that tuned in to Sicko Sunday, like there's a movement here. Go support, the other content creators, like not just me, the ones that are actually making a difference here, where the media I don't understand why people listen to those radio stations. And there are good things you can listen to out here that give you knowledge and cap's my thing and the draft's my thing. And there are other people that do a lot of other great things out there, man, whatever your flavor is. And, I try to keep to my niche, but, I love talking about everything. So, look, I love you guys. And, I'll have that cap video out as soon as it comes out. And I'll do all that math as fast as I possibly can, because as soon as it comes out, everybody's like, wow. And I need to verify everything, make sure all the numbers are right. That how I am. I'm a true sicko. And it's really been helping in this job, with numbers, man. People are always blown away when numbers. It's like, thank you, Lord. So, but man, I'm excited about when that cap space comes out, because I've talked about it. I still think we're going to have like $25-30 million. So let's go, baby. But let me jump on over here to the comments. Sorry, just had to get that out there, because I keep getting harassed for it. And I'm like, dog, if you've been tuning in, that cap space will be out. As soon as it comes out, I will be on top of it. But now we got everybody and their mom, this is the cap. And it's like, dog, chill your britches. And it's ESP. It's those little shits that I could kick their ass, start picking bench herd country. Let's ride. I know that you're being facetious right now. I know that you are. Before I even got there, I was like, wait, what? You're too funny. But it's coming, and I've already seen a couple of them, and it's like, don't do it. Don't do it. Checking in from Miami. Well, say hello to Jack Driscoll when he shows up at the airport, because, well, he just went ahead and signed with the Dolphins today. So there is some Eagles news. I'm going to give a recap tomorrow of like free agency, everything. That'll be a part of it. But last thing I'm going to talk about here, though, I'm going to get me Howie Roseman jersey. That's what I'm talking about, Tiffany. And I'm going to hope to meet him again this offseason, have a nice conversation with him. But let's talk about this one last thing, and I'll jump back over to the comments and you guys. But we've got a couple people reporting that the Browns and Eagles, week 1, Brazil. Now, I did a little digging into this quick as I could before I came on. And what I found out was that Maurice Hurst was on a show as that person that was tagged there, that person's show. And he was saying that he thinks that we're playing them because he read that in an article, and someone wrote in an article that they thought it would be the Eagles and the Browns week 1. So that is not verified to me. I'm not texting my source this late. I know those guys get up at like 4:30, 5 o'clock. I mean, I do too, but I'm not going to be harassing someone. This is their time. But it's a rumor right now from a player that read something. So I don't know how much I'm going to read into that. But hey, we'll see. If that's the case, no doubt. We already know we play in week 1 there, but it is what it is. So, yeah, I don't know, though. As soon as that becomes verified, we'll talk about it. But not locomotive engineer for Amtrak. I'm on my manager. No doubt, man. And yeah, you were saying about a train ride the other day. That's what's up, brother. Keep doing your thing. Safe travels, my friend. I bet that'd be really cool, man. Seeing a lot of great sights out there. So that's what's up, man. And hope you're enjoying your little rest period, my friend. And hopefully I can provide you some entertainment here. Yo, Kavai, my man. Appreciate you tuning in, dude. Long day at F at work. I'm still in my work shirt. If you guys did, I didn't, dude. I got done. You can probably tell by my lips. It's so cold outside. And then both of the estimates I had to give today, and then go to this one lead and talk to this person. Dude, they were outside. The one old dude had a pair of shorts on and a windbreaker. And this dude's just talking away and letting us know now his wife doesn't want this on his back patio. And we're going to do, it's just like, oh my God. My face. I can't barely feel my face. So we appreciate you tuning in, dude. Hope you're having a great day. And yeah, how about it? Enjoy your stay there, my friend. And yeah, I bet that pays real well. Sounds like a real good one. And yo, my man Mike in the building. Let's go. Appreciate you tuning in. Just talking about some great content creators. We were just talking about you last night, actually, my man. And trying to do my best to stand in front of the media and just do what I can. But work's been insane. I try to drop what I can, what I get, when I can see it. And it's just, man, the weekdays are insane for me. But, they're going to keep trying with this cap space stuff. And that's my fault. I should have never started teaching the Eagles media how it worked, because I was getting annoyed at all their articles and all the stuff they were putting in. I finally just started like posting the links to my videos, and ESP finally started like understanding it to an extent. And then I had a couple on my show where I had to explain, with Zach Ertz. You guys remember that one big time Eagles media guy? I was just like, well, actually, the way it works, dude. And it's like, what are we doing here? They're the ones getting paid. I don't know. Not that, we get paid from this, and you guys always are, way too kind helping us out. But I think that, they get actually paid to know these things, and they don't. And it drives me insane. So go support your local content creator or your favorite, whatever the hell you need to say. But share that love to see it. And definitely stay safe, Troy, my man. Joe, brother, hope you are doing well. Little G, appreciate you tuning in. And I was born okay. Second round exit fan. Hope you're okay. I told people I wasn't going to believe that number until hey, where it's going to come from. And every year, you get more people trying this game. And people get spicy in the comments telling me, like, I don't understand how the cap works. I'm like, all right, dude, well, wherever you got that number, go ask them who taught them how the cap worked. And I bet you they're going to tell you it was me. And if they don't, well, then they're just lying to you. So it's funny to me. And I'm like, dog, and I didn't get mad. I was like in such a great mood today. And people kept I kept getting notifications, and I get like one for every 50 that you guys send. And it was always like the negative one, like, you do have a gap works. And I'm like, yeah, okay, man, I don't know. And I'm laughing with the people at work because they know I'm a sicko. The one dude's known me pretty much my whole life, so he knows. But yeah, I appreciate that, Hulk. And I'm glad you can rely on me like that, man. Sports media is no different than the rest of it. Oh, yeah, dude. In the world, it's no different in sports than it is here. And that's why I created this place, though, because I deal with it enough in the real world. I need an escape, dude. I'm going to talk the facts, and they can kiss my ass. I also said we were playing Dallas and Brazil, too. Yeah, I don't think. And someone said that about Washington. They're like, you don't know. And I'm like, I'm telling you, you don't know, dude, because why would we play a division game in Brazil? Like, I just don't think that's going to happen. Like, because that would be really unfair. Now, you could say what you want about losing a home game, but you get that extra one anyway with the 17 games. But losing a division game, like, oh, you didn't actually have to play at our house this year, but we got to go to yours. Like, that would be I don't think they're going to do that. I just don't think. But yeah, man, if people could just be patient, I think that would be beneficial. So the train, even though it has its troubles, well, wait, do you work on trains too, Anton? I just got really confused there because I was like, wait, wasn't that just Troy saying that? I'm drifting out to sea, bro. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. Yo, I like that Zero on Huff as well, my man. Had my life in there since 19. No doubt, 35. Yo, let's go, man. Let's go. Well, look, you're consistent and you're reliable, baby. So that's awesome, dude. Love to hear that. And hopefully you're continuing to move on up, dude. So that's what I like to hear, my friend. And well, it's always good to make sure, right? Let's see. I need to update cast is correct because you didn't report it. That's right, man. And I think we've got somebody offended here. Hold on. A lot of mental health in the world today. I'd like to check on everyone. Oh, well, baby, you're in the right place for that. That's why we talk about mental health here. But that's why we always are serious about it, though. But anybody joking about that, you're probably wrong person to joke about that stuff with. But Jimmy Choo, oh, no doubt. Jimmy Choo, who? But yeah, I didn't know, right? He came in here and I was like, wait, he just said about the trains, but he doesn't like the troubles. I'm like, I thought you throw me off, Anton. You throw me off, dude. But Dolphins and Chiefs played in Germany last season. Aren't they in the same division? No, they are not. But Lurkin, you little son of a gun, you. But always happy to see you, my friend. But not offended. Just for how you're doing, am I correct? Just wanted to ask. No doubt. Sorry if this stupid question. Wasn't even interested in all this cap space talking first, but where did you learn how the cap space work? I just taught myself when I was younger. I was always into like understanding that part of the game, but then I went to school and I took accounting, and just to say, second round, if you're being serious about it, no doubt, dude. But just like the way you're saying it, like, okay, you could ask just someone how they're doing, say hello, but no doubt. But the cap stuff to me was always intriguing. I've always, when I played football, it was awesome, but then I became a dumbass and just threw away any kind of dreams of playing or working in football. And then, obviously we all know I almost passed away and decided, you know what, got nothing but time to try to reach out and extend my hand to help people. And in the process, found a way to help myself. And we created On the Road to Victory. And here we are. And dude, it was just a way for me to show people what I've learned through the years. So one of the things that came up was cap space. Yeah, dude, I'm laying on my deathbed and I'm reading all these articles and I'm like, that's not how this works, dude. So, and this was just like extensive research and understanding accounting and just, a lot of just years and years of understanding what these certain terms meant and all this, just being a weirdo. So nobody ever liked this stuff or cared. And while we were talking about the show, I started like mentioning stuff like it was like these articles were coming out like the Eagles don't have cap space to do this and how he sucks and this, that. And it was like, what? And so I started breaking down how it worked and people were like, oh, holy shit. Like, how do you know that? And again, I don't know. I just kind of, I think it's just like I can do like the Donald Duck voice. I really don't understand how I do it. And I can't really until I just do it and then try to explain it. You know what I mean? So I think for me, the cap, it can be complicated, but honestly, it's just like anything in math. But to me, people are like, hey, math, I think that's easy too, because it's really just about formulas and, putting certain numbers in the right spot and doing the math. But I think, obviously I should have continued with accounting or done something and tried, but now that's the hope that and obviously I made some great connections because of these things. And my source is always telling me to call in those radio stations and body bag those people. But I don't have time to do that really. But I just think that it's important to understand that stuff before you're going to talk about how Howie sucks or you got to fire Howie because he sucks at the cap, because he doesn't. And, the past few years of me trying to get people on board with that idea, I think everybody's finally seeing it and understanding. Oh, he kicks the can down the road. And they kept saying that every year and they still do it. I'm like, what does that mean to you? Like, what do you understand about the cap? That, oh, they're kicking the can down. They have dead money. They use like talking points. And like, that's familiar in the real world. Like they just regurgitate what they hear. And it's just like, okay, well, what does that mean to you? Do you understand how the cap goes up? And you understand that we restructure people and we do all this stuff? Like, no? Okay. But it's not a stupid question at all, Blue Scenes. I appreciate you, just asking any questions, tuning in here, my friend. So it's just something I was obsessed with. I'm 37 years old. I'm old as hell. And I've loved numbers since I was a kid. So it was just something probably when I was like 15, 16. I always thought it was weird. Like it never made sense on Madden to me. I'm looking at these like numbers and stuff. And Madden still to this day doesn't like do stuff right with that. But actually, I don't know that because I haven't played in years. But when I was last time I played and I was checking stuff out, it's like, okay. But it's just an obsession, man. I don't know. And people seem to love it. And then it just kind of became my thing. And people were asking me to come on their shows and doing all kinds of stuff. And it was just like, all right, I guess we'll talk about the cap stuff. And people loved it. And now, everybody wants to know that stuff. And that's awesome, dude. That's all I've ever wanted people is to understand, who plays what position, just understand the basics of stuff. So you don't have to be mad all the time, not fire and cut everyone. I hate every player and how he sucks, trade hurt. That stuff gets old to me. And it's just like, I just think if people were more educated on the matter, they would not be so upset all of the time. You know what I mean? So knowledge is power, man. China, same conference, but not same division. Yeah, no doubt. I just don't think it would make any sense. You know what I mean? I don't know why they would do that. 18 million, a reasonable cap hit for a total of 9-ish draft picks. No, 9-ish draft picks. We have 8 draft picks. I understand you're saying we could trade, right? We could get more, we could get less. But maybe you're a fan of another team. You're asking about yourself. I don't know who you're asking necessarily about. The Eagles have 8, but what you're looking at is, again, when I talk about, those 9 players that are missing their cap hits, you are not taking their cap hits off the cap space. You're replacing. So the same goes for these rookies. So you hear every year, you got to have 10 million, 15 million for these rookies because this guy. Now, you have especially right now, we have a first, 2 seconds. So you're going to see 5, 6-ish million around there with those first few. So I think depending on what you have total, dude, maybe 7, 8 million, but you're only using the players. And if their cap hits aren't above that top 51, not even every draft pick. So remember last year, you can go watch the old videos and you'll learn a lot, but I show you that those cap hits from the draft picks. I told you the cap hits of our draft picks before we drafted, before we even had players and knew who they were, because it's about position. And, I talk about if, this guy in the 3rd round, he doesn't even clear the top 51. So he is not even going to matter. And, we talk about all that stuff, man. And, but that's a lot of money, man. You would need like a third of that, maybe a little bit more, but depending on what your team has, it's not going to cost you that much, but we'll see. In the draft here, my man, and I do apologize for that earlier. I thought you were assassinating me, man, but I appreciate you and doing well here. We are very serious about mental health here, and I think that it's important to ask people how they are doing. I just think for me, it is definitely something you got to be serious about. So I know people get pissed off that I talk about it, and I get a lot of people trolling about that stuff. So I do apologize. But in the draft, man, I hope you strap yourself in because we have a lot of content, that comes out during the sicko season, as we like to call it here. And just like I did with the free agency, you're going to look at every single position. So in the draft, I will hit on every single position. So we'll take a look at the updated, what we have at quarterback, running back, wide, every single one. And I think for me, in this draft, we're going to do a lot. 8 picks, a lot of ammo, trade up, trade back, a lot of scenarios. But what I do at each position is look at all of the players. And I talk about who's day 1, day 2, day 3, where I think the Eagles should be looking. So you'll really get a sense of what I think we'll do in the draft. But I think you have to, get some safeties, linebackers. You got to get a receiver, O-line and D-line. You can count on it. But yeah, man, I'm going to be breaking it down into detail, my friend. Let's play more 2-gap on early downs. Hey, and I think we will, man. We'll get back to playing that. Odd fronts were something I thought last year we would see a lot more of. And, we failed as a defense. We didn't have a rotation. We didn't run. We were predominantly running, even fronts. And it's not just about, if you're even or odd. It's about when you're doing it, how you're doing, utilizing the players you do have. You have all these versatile players that you added to be, that accentuates their skill sets, these, versatile players. And I thought, you've got Jordan Davis as your nose tackle. How are you not able? And look, you heard rumors, people making stuff up about Jordan Davis, but if you go look at the numbers, bro, he is one of the most double teamed guys. I think maybe the most, but still has one of the best win rates against, the blocks there against the run. And I think this dude is only going to get better. And the people can hate on him all they want, but he and Jalen Carter and Milton Williams, bro, those three with, Reddick and Sweat and Huff and Graham and Nolan Smith, quite a rotation, dude, like of edge guys outside of them. But that, a rotation inside too, a Jomo to a Belotu, add some more in the draft. Dog, I think we're going to feast and break that sack record this year like we should have. But got to have a rotation. We've already been adding on the edge, so it should be intriguing to see how we add. But I talked about in free agency there, adding, guys that can help you in those two gap situations. So I'm with you 100%. And I hope so too, man. And I live multiple different things in life that I try to just keep afloat here, bro. Obviously, almost dying did not help turn my life upside down, and it just, bro, life has been insane, and I'm still here. That's the only thing I can be thankful for. But I get to sit here and talk about birds with you guys. Got a job. I got hopes to move up in that job, and hoping to just show my skills that, like, I can literally do anything if you just teach me and show me. And I'm going to show people, bro. Like, and with the Eagles, I've gotten opportunities to talk to Howie, and I'm really hopeful for this year to be able to go to those practices again and get that opportunity to really just talk to him. You know what I mean? I think that he just is a guy that, my source here, he takes me to these things and he really believes in me, man. And getting that opportunity to talk to Howie, I think, is going to be pivotal in this. First time I met him, I was in a wheelchair. Second time I actually got to talk to him. And this time we're about to seal the deal. And how can we make this work? Let's start doing some work together. Let's go win a Super Bowl, baby. Go Birds. But I appreciate you, Troy. And you guys are so helpful and help me lift me up, baby. You guys are putting me up there, man. Let's go. He is cooking, baby, and you know it. Not food in the fish scale, cracking here when the fiend's going to be lined up. Oh, he's getting wild here. Exactly, math is just falling for me. It sure is. It's easy as hell, man, but people, I don't know. They don't want to do it. I guess it's too tough, but I'll happily do it, man. Latest on Simmons, which one? There's nothing new, or you'd have it. Hell yeah to you too, Tiffany. But, yo, my man, Drew. 4 a.m. in the morning, Drew here. Let's go. And dude, I thought I texted that new number you gave me. And it just, when I text that number, it showed back up in our conversation we were already having. But maybe because I added that number into the contacts and maybe I don't know what I'm doing. And geez, help me, Lord. But dude, I appreciate you and love seeing you in here. Even if I feel bad that you're up here. Dude, you are truly dedicated to the cause. Love it, love it, love it. Just catching on how the media is manipulative. Oh, bro. Been a long road, and I always tell people, I was lucky. I don't know how lucky, because then it just sent me off as a drifter. But as a kid, I read 1984, and it just gave me a different outlook on life, and it's been different. And I hear people talk about 1984 all the time, a certain sect of people, and I wish they would actually read that book and understand what is happening to them at the current moment as they are being used to be a pawn for a weirdo, dude. So I hate to see it, but it's just sad to see. And when it comes to Eagles, bro, I won't have it. I won't have that. Nope. No fake news here. Been nice at the kitchen for a couple years now. Hey, I've been trying to tell them, bro. They don't want to hear it, but I think they believe me now. And, all the hate I've gotten for trying to teach people about Hurts and Howie. And it's just crazy to see, like, us win a Super Bowl. And I'm getting death threats for saying how Foles would win it. And it's like, man, if people really hate the truth that much, we're effing doomed. Because, man, did they get pissed when I spit those facts. But, I'm going to keep spitting them, man. Simmons advantage didn't exactly see eye to eye on defense play call. They'd rather have CJ. I'd rather have both. I've seen that rumor, but, for me, you could happily add Justin Simmons. You could try to get Duggar. You could definitely add to that room, and I do believe they will. So I would love to see another safety added to this room. Talked about it. If you're going to add an older veteran, I'm not against Justin Simmons. Obviously knows Vic would be perfect here, so not against it. So we have to move down, given the talent. Oh, well, it really depends on what happens. If someone's there that they love, can't believe he dropped, get them. Maybe they move up a spot or two if someone falls. Maybe they see a bunch of guys they like at 22, and they're like, screw it, let's go back to 25. We'll acquire, that third-round pick that we had lost by moving back 22 spots. We didn't really lose it, but it turned into a fourth, so anything can happen, and that's what I love. And we're going to do another live stream this year because I know you guys really enjoyed that one with Jalen Carter last year. I lost my mind, so we're going for year 6 in a row. I'll be breaking it all down here, trying my best to get that stuff started, but I want to give you some other information about the cap and 10 ways to create cap space. All that stuff's going to come. As I always tell you, that defensive video, I'll do another one after free agency. Then you'll see another one after the draft, so you can see the updated look at the, all the different structures and schemes of the defense. Get excited about it. So I've got a lot of plans, but work is so insane, man. I'm trying, but I'm also trying to move up. So it's like I get down work and then I go to work again, trying to do that job as well. So it'll be a lot better money for me and a lot better for my health. So all about it. Okay, and if it is dentist, I dread that because I've destroyed these babies, and my gums are shot, and this disease does not help anything. So it's like, I hate it, man. Like these babies, I'm hoping I hold on to as long as I can. But it sucks. So hopefully it went well for you at the dentist there, Tiffany. Good to talk about text conveying emotions. I'm not either, and that's it. It gets me, and dude, I'm with you. I apologize though, dude. So 3rd of 18, yeah, man. And again, if you're talking about the Eagles, it again is going to come down to what their draft picks are. But honestly, bro, I don't even think it'd be that much. Like, I tried to think of last year. I think it was honestly around like 4 million when you took the players that were actually affecting the cap. It was only like 3 guys, maybe 4, and you were subtracting those 4 from the bottom 4, and it really wasn't affecting it, to a point where you need all this money that the media is always talking about. Oh, you need 10, 15 million. It's like, no, you don't. No, you don't. And I'll break, dog. I wish I had that show on hand right now. I would post it. I'm trying to, dude, you guys just go back to a year, like go to the dates and like, okay, like there's playlists of this stuff. There is so much like information teaching how this stuff works. And like, I know people are always blown away by that one where I show the cap numbers before, when they're released, I give you that stuff. Like I'll show you where, we're picking. If we stay at those picks, that's what it costs. So last year, Jalen Carter, we moved up one. So it was a tiny bit taken, because it was just a little bit more. But I'll keep you up to date. And I promise other people are going to try. But often imitated, never duplicated. Jimmy's draft picks basically paid based on where they are drafted, meaning the first pick in the draft gets the most and so on. Or wrong about? Yes, I was just explaining that, Joe. Sorry if you missed that, man. But that's how I'm able to give you all of that stuff. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up here. I'm just, but yes, I repeated that for that fact right there. Glad I got to your question though. Pants for Jared Verse or Quinion Mitchell first and Edge Cooper. There's a lot of good players, you know what I mean? So that's why I do it every position. So you guys get a feel, for what I'm feeling. Like we'll look at, every show you're going to watch, there's going to be a lot of shows of, this is my top 5 and everybody's going to have the same 5, 10, for the most part, each week it'll change a little bit. They'll find out about this guy. What I do is go through everybody. We talk about every player who I think is first, day 1 guys, day 2 guys, where I think on day 3 these guys should go. Then I talk about, okay, the Eagles have Jalen Hurts. We just traded for Kenny Pickett. We have Tanner McKee. I'm not looking at any of these day 1, day 2. I'm looking maybe undrafted, so we explain that, but we still look at it because it's fun, right? The draft is fun. We do that with every single position, and we talk about the Eagles. We look at them quickly first at each position. Okay, this is what they have. This is what they had in free agency, the reserve future guys. You will know every effing player on the Eagles. You will know everything about them. If you tune into this channel, you will literally know everything you've ever needed to know. I saw someone post something today about, they were bragging. They're like, you could think you know about the Eagles, but I know 99% more than everybody. And I almost took the bait. And just been like, why don't you explain the cap to me, little buddy? But that person's a little weirdo. So I was like, not even going to engage that. Like, people are funny, bro. But I'm going to break it down, and we're going to see who knows what. We'll see if they need to trade in their gear again this year. But Jordan Davis, a big reason. Yeah, man. Right? I mean, we built this team. And people are like, well, we're switching defense this year, so we can't. We're not switching defense, dog. This is year 4 of running multiple scheme defenses. Vic Fangio, literally, those guys that we had before, they all are trying to be him. Jonathan Gannon, Sean Desai, they are like wannabe Vic Fangios. Now, they bring their own stuff to the table. It's just that concept. We talk about, what people like to call bend, don't break. We here call that vanilla theory of showing the same looks, doing certain things. And, dude, I try to explain it, but we're built for it, man. And people, no, he can't play this. It's like he can't play the position he's been playing for 3 years now for the Eagles and killing it in sacks. Like, oh, yep, sure. Okay, I guess I'm just not watching the same thing. On a different planet. A little turtle pops out. Oh, I got a turtle popping out. That's what I'm about. Jomo will take a step. Hey, I'm all about it, man. We talked about his versatility, what he brings to the table, and we have versatile linemen that all play those roles. Herschel apparently is pumped about it. He agrees with you, and he knows we talk about more with Jomo in this show. One of those guys that fits what you're talking about, as that DL, one of those pass rushing defensive tackles, people call him, but defensive lineman, because he's essentially playing a defensive end. It's just obviously, the techniques of where they're lining up there. So Jomo, he and Jalen Carter, they are going to, with Milton Williams, their versatility, they're going to shine as those DNs in those odd fronts. And, Jordan Davis, he has Noah Ellis here. Hopefully he can stay healthy, but I would look to add another, 2-gap, 3-gap monster. You know what I mean? So all about it, dude. How much cap space? Yeah, we just explained that earlier there, man. Maybe 25, 30. But again, you can check all that stuff out we talked about there. So, yo, you're the man. Appreciate you, my man. They might have to be, bro. Richie, they're true gems, my friend. So we'll see. But as a veteran, hey, man, and I'm sorry to hear that. And dude, that's why I always, and I don't want to preach to you guys, ever tell you guys how to live or whatever, but I'm here because I care, and I always extend my hand because I truly mean it. I'm never going to tell you what to do, how to do it. I don't know. We're all different. But, when I reached out and been, my source, obviously, if you guys watch like the interview and you hear me talk about him, like he obviously gave me some more sources. So I have multiple ones because of him, but he is a Marine who, man, he told some great stories, and he's a great person. He told me some great stuff afterwards, but that was our connection, just the things we had gone through, and just like, I don't, I'd said something about how I don't do well going into, the hospitals, and the beeping was really getting to me. And like, when I heard beeping or drills for a while there, and like the drills weren't, I was able to like overcome that pretty quickly, but like the beeping, I don't know, man, like the hospital, but I don't like that stuff, dude. But like, my hands are getting sweaty and I'm freaking out. Well, I said to him, I was like, but you, obviously you have been through, and he's like, dude, don't ever discredit, like no matter what you've been through, dude, like we all go through things and we all handle it differently. And it really spoke to me, and I never try to treat people like, oh, well, you haven't gone through, but it was like, even you can't even, oh, you've been through more than me. You can't even go the opposite way there, and it's like, we're all in this world together, man, and we got to make it through together, as much as they try to pit us against each other. But it's like, that's why I don't do like the politics stuff. I don't choose human beings to choose against each other. Like, I just would prefer football teams. You know what I mean? Like, that's fun for me. And that's why I don't get into like the talking shit, like building my brand, just arguing with Cowboys fans. Like, that stuff's not for me, man. Like, I actually enjoy football. If people want to bust balls and stuff, I'm all about it. But I don't know. But dude, appreciate your service, man. First and foremost, should have said that, but brain's not working here. But yeah, Hulk, I'm just here as another human being who's, been to hell and trying to, as I made myself, climb out of it, as I still try to climb out of it. I just try to help take people with me. And, whatever your hell is, we can talk about it. I tell you guys, reach out. Seriously, do not be, afraid. You need a friend, anything, man. I'm always here for you guys. I love you. You're family to me, man. So I appreciate you tuning in, dude. And I'm glad you're here. And I'm glad you guys can help me get that energy when, I woke up at 5 a.m. and I do this stuff, and then I'll go create graphics after this. And then I'll go to bed at like 2, and I get like 3 hours sleep. And I'm like, what am I? How am I functioning? And it's so bad for this. Like, dude, with this disease, you're supposed to be sleeping. And I just don't do that. But you guys make it worth it. You make me want to show up here, and love you, Hulk. Appreciate you, my man. appreciate you tuning in and reach out, man. If you ever just want to shoot the shit, just, dude, always here for you, man. Just need a friend, whatever, man. But too expensive for Howie. No, we have Reddick, Sweat, and Huff. We'll be getting rid of Reddick if they got Young and use a 22 pick. Well, that's what it's going to depend on. If they get an edge, he could definitely. But as you saw in the show last night, we talked about the money wouldn't make sense to trade him right now. I don't know why people are talking about that. But Simmons is going to the Niners. Oh, I didn't see that. When did that happen? I obviously have been on here for 40 minutes, so that's crazy, man. I missed that. But there's still guys like Duggar, still plenty of players available. Uh-oh. I think someone's posting fake news in my chat. I don't see anything about Justin Simmons. Are you lying in my chat? Don't ever do that again, bro. That's the one and only warning, and you can ask anybody else. They won't be here to ask, actually. Rather have Duggar myself, man, and I talked about that. You know, this past couple of weeks, he's on transition tag, so you could try, but they could match it. But like Justin, but he only play with Vic. The market didn't shape up for him. Well, what I told you guys last week, when my source told me that CJ Gardner-Johnson, they were actually trying to make it work, but they couldn't make it work. And then they went on to Justin Simmons, and he was asking for way too much. So they went back to CJ, made it work with CJ. So I don't know. Maybe, you know, if Justin doesn't get what he wants from other teams that he's not hearing, maybe he signs. But I'd love to pry Duggar away. Julian Blackman is gone. That's unfortunate. I was a fan of Julian Blackman myself. Yeah, no doubt. They should probably be. How we doing? Let's go. People are perplexed with what he's doing. Love it. Yeah, I know. And you know, I break it down how it works. And it's, nobody knows how the cap works. Is the cap real? It's like, yeah, dude. I'm here explaining it to you. Can I please show you guys something? Please. Oh, I don't want to ruin it because this is ridiculous. I don't even think I'm going to put it out, but this is so ridiculous. I'm designing something and you saying Howie. I got to show you guys this. So I'm working on this t-shirt design, and the top part of it, like I'm working on. Oh, okay, I do have it. But so it's far from finished, but anybody steals this idea, you're getting your ass beat. I'm just letting you know right now. So it's the deal or no deal. I'm not sure you can see that, but it's in like my colors with like my logo and the O. And he's got the Eagles Super Bowl ring on there instead. But he does have the earring too. But that's Howie Mandel from Deal or No Deal. And yeah, so that's something I was working on the other day during the free agency stuff. But yeah, we'll see if I put that out. But appreciate you tuning in, Linda. And I always love to see people perplexed. It's like, you have free information right here, but you choose to get upset about it rather than learning. So whatever. Land him a dream job there. That's what's up, man. That is what's up. I did the complete opposite as I was growing up and decided to be an ass bag. Now, I do have some great memories and working with these guys, like some people that know me. I do enjoy that. I did have a great life. It led me to where I am now. So, hey, I didn't die. I'm alive. I gotta be grateful there. So I'm gonna work for the Eagles. It's just gonna be the craziest way to get there, man. And I'm all about it. I don't want the regular way, man. And it's never been that way for me. So dude, literally, you know, I believe that I'm an Eagle. Like that's how I was as a kid, right? Like I just feel like I was part of the team. We know as sickos, like they mean more to us than a lot of things, dude. So, and I appreciate that, man. And I don't let them stop me, but we're going to keep getting better and better. The health's going to get better. I'd like to gain some effing weight, especially with this damn job I have. But people thought, say, I appreciate you, man. I really do. And, both industries, I'm trying to work myself up at the same time. So it's been insane. I'm not going to lie to you, but I appreciate you. And as I tell you guys, I seriously mean it. I cannot do it without you guys. Like you keep tuning in, commenting, you make it all the worth it. I love doing this stuff for you guys. Like you guys, you don't know like how much it means to me. So I appreciate you, brother. I really do. Thank you, man. You sure do, man. You really do. And I wish I wouldn't have been such a drifter earlier in life. And I had a lot of things that went on that I allowed to use as excuses. I used them as crutches. I used alcohol, and it could be any drug. It could be anything for you. But I always tell people, whatever your, vice is, man, if it's taking you down, I'd love to be your friend and try to do what I can to help you, point you in the right direction. But let's go. Appreciate you tuning in. Hey-o. And, whatever it is you believe, whoever you believe, that's what I'm here for, man. And I never try to point people in what we're all our own people. So all about it, man. Yeah, I'm all about that. And I love to hear CJ, making that number 8, all about it. And that energy he'll bring. I'm with you, man. I really am. I'll let him test free agency next year. I hope not. He'll be a free agent. But that earlier, you saw a couple months ago, he was part of that show, and he's going to be a part of the next show put out tomorrow. But you got to extend him. I would like to see him stuck around. But you got Carter and Davis here. I understand that. So maybe you see how that last year goes. But we shall see. CJ is the 8-ball and a Huff and Agent 0 and Barkley with the 26 bananas. Yeah, I'm digging the numbers, Tiffany, for sure. And yes, indeed. Thank you again, Hulk, for sure. Well, no doubt. Make sure you say that next time rather than saying that he went to there. Love God, love each other. The rest is just entertaining. Go Birds. Yo, go Birds, my friend. And whatever you guys believe in, I love you either way. Think that there's a prediction about Simmons not right? Yeah, no doubt. That's where we go back to reading stuff, right? It's like I read what you're saying. I don't know, don't get any emotion from it. I have no idea what you guys are saying. You know what I mean? Think Jolene wants to come here. He wants to be paid big, like real big, and he's still one of the best. So I don't blame him. But so it is what it is. But our comments are our opinion. Yeah, but when you say he went there, like that's how I take it. You know what I mean? If you're giving your opinion, you could say, I think, that makes it an opinion. Watching a video now, venue, but it doesn't matter. I understand. Yeah, man, he can blitz well. He's going to need to be able to cover. He's got the athleticism. I know he's had his struggles, but I believe in him, man. I really believe in him. So, hell yeah, let's go. Yo, Philly Insider, appreciate you tuning in. Hope you're having a great start to your week. I'm almost rolling out of here. So if you guys have any further questions, comments, this is much further than the half hour. But begging you to not ever teach share. Yo, right? I hope he never watches it. And I said, I was like, yo, the Eagles better hire me before other teams do, because I have a LinkedIn, and the Eagles, they're lucky because they just last week, I was telling you guys, they were back on my LinkedIn. I think that's like the third time now in the last few months. So make your move, Eagles, because I've got some other teams looking. I've got, some other sports looking. And I'm like, hey, man, if people are going to pay me a lot of money, it might be hard to be like, well, I can't. I'm a diehard Philly fan. Because I do want to get into the business, but I would appreciate the Eagles if I could start it off with you guys. So do YouTube when you're, oh, hell yeah. And that's one of the things I always talk about. I want to pitch that to them that, yeah, you've got Dave Spadaro supposed to be like, your pulse with the Eagles. He does interviews with players. What about a guy that can do interviews with the Eagles every single day, who can be a psycho, who can produce content nonstop, bring an energy that is unmatched by Dave Spadaro? And I could give him some hair if he needs to even. So my point is going to be that there is a way that we can educate the fan base and turn them positive, get things on track, not just, when the team's doing well, we don't have to be booing everybody, trading everybody. Everybody sucks. We don't have to have these radio station media people. I can go to these media things, and when they're all asking stupid questions, I can laugh and then start asking questions that show how stupid they are. And obviously that's not going to be part of my pitch, but I'm going to do things to change the game. And that has been the mission from day one. And that will not consist of bailing as soon as I make it. It's going to consist of truly changing the game all around, man. I want to be able to show you guys the ins and outs, the things you can understand. And I've already taught you this stuff. So, when it comes to simplifying the cap and things like where it's not going to be giving away, information. Now, obviously I wouldn't be able to do that, but being able to talk about like, hey, this is when this stuff's coming out. This is when we'll have this. I promise you we're working on this, but like to be a real effing insider. But I told you before, I want to be called the Eagles outsider, and I'm all about it, baby. For any of you wrestling fans, you knew it just happened right there. But yeah, man, I think that I'm all about it, man. I'm all about like really just, showing people making them even love the Eagles even more. That's really what it's about. I want them to love them as much as I do. And if you do love them as much as I do, I want you to enjoy seeing all of that stuff. Yo, Brian, my man, yo, you're too funny, my brother. Go Birds! And cannot thank you enough for tuning in, my man. I am trying to keep up with these damn comments. It has been a long damn day. And that has not been confirmed yet, as we talked about earlier on this show. So I'm glad you agree, my man. You know, they're all going to be repeating it here soon, friend. This team is not to be slept on. I don't care how they, map out this or talk about the cap or this. I will body bag them every time. And I told you guys when this sicko season began, just wait. They're all getting on board because we got the foundation built. It ended like trash last year, but we're just fine. We just needed to change some coaching. We needed to change some of the things. Dude, we've already changed all those things we talked about, and let's go. But CJ, yo, appreciate you, dude. Go Birds! And salute to you as well, my friend. Cannot thank you enough for tuning in. I'm a beat man tonight. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm trying to bring that energy to you guys, but 5 a.m. comes early. I'm not going to lie. And it's been a long one, but I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. And just hope you're doing well. Also, I'm trying to get it together here and this show right. And I'm working on some things. I talked about the cap space one, right? What else am I working on? I don't even remember, man. But I've been like draft stuff that's coming, dude. Like I'm creating so many shows for you guys. For you sickos that have been here, how this off season goes, man. This train don't stop. We're going to provide you content nonstop, useful information that you can, go to work tomorrow, be able to talk your trash, go into the grocery store, stop for coffee. Somebody wants to say something about you, body bag them. Oh, you think you know about the cap, do you? Let them know what you know, baby. So let's go. So tired, Bird fan, mostly focused on my attention to Phils and Flyers now, so I'm a little late on this question. What were your thoughts on Christian Ellis? A little sad. Oh, well, you lose, a practice squad caliber guy, and you never like to see that. He could really help you on special teams there. So it's nice when those guys are, talented and can help you on special teams. But when you lose them, you just look at, hey, it's depth. It was an unfortunate move. I would have gotten rid of some other pieces. But at the end of the day, it wasn't a big deal to me. I liked the kid. And you guys know I actually was a fan of him when a lot of people weren't a fan of him. And I think that, that's just part of the game, unfortunately. But best of luck to him, New England there, or wherever the hell he may go then. Eagles can't get Simmons. Would Blackman be a good fit for this? Oh, yeah, he was one of my top fits. I like Julian Blackman. There's a lot of guys out there, but as you stated there, not available. And I think that there's still you can go check out the top 200. You can fast forward right to the safeties. You can see some of the top guys and my thoughts on them. Want the Birds to go O-line. I'm thinking the guard from Washington. Oh, dude, they always go O-line, always go D-line. So you can count that they will definitely be getting linemen in this draft. And yeah, they were throwing some names in there. I didn't see that one. They had said about Justin Simmons and Blackman, but I'm not. Are they both true? Because now I have no idea. But it's been an insane day for me, so I don't know. I know what happened mid-season with Ellis, but like I said, I'm very late. Laugh out loud. Just haven't been keeping up with the Eagles. It's all good, man. It's all good, brother. I totally understand it, man. From going to work to doing the Eagle stuff, I've become a casual fan of the Sixers, Flyers, and Phillies anymore because I used to be a sicko about all four of them, but for me, it's too much. So I totally get it, bro. Totally get it. And yo, David, I appreciate that, my man. And you guys that are members that were gifted those memberships from Drew, make sure this week you get those Fan Friday questions in. I'm going to make that post tomorrow. You guys have all week to think of stuff, topics, get them in, and you'll have your own little graphic for the show. But I appreciate you, my man. And David, I know you're an actual member, but for those of you just reminded me because I saw your symbol. But for those of you that got those, let's get this Fan Friday popping off this week, man, because things are going to die down a little bit. I promise you. People, it's going to set in that football doesn't start for a while, but we'll make it through. I promise you. I promise you we will. But I did not mention that. I have no idea. Stay safe, y'all. Yo, Joe, take care, my friend. And just got in. Thanks. Yo, CJ, I did too. I'm still in my work shirt. And today was pretty intense, but I'll be real with you tomorrow. I'm not sure what the game plan is. Anything happens, you guys know the drill. be home when I can. We'll break it down when I can. If I'm at lunch or I can sneak outside, maybe I'll make a video. But either way, I'll be on top of things when I can. But got an early day to it. Me too, man. I got to get rolling out here. So, Troy, have yourself a great night. All of you, appreciate you tuning in, man. So, what a day. What a day. Hope you guys had a great day. If not, make tomorrow a good day. End tonight right. End it on your own terms. Screw whatever bad is happening. And if you can't, well, do your best to just overcome it, baby, because that's what we do in these parts on the road to victory. Let's go, baby. But sad part about growing up, telling you so much. Yeah, man. Yeah, dude, and that's the thing, I try to explain to people. It's like, dog, I got a family, man. I've got a 13-year-old, got a dog, a beautiful woman at home too. So like, I do all I can to give you guys. I don't think you understand the sacrifices that Chelsea, Dom, and Herschel, and they love being a part of it and talking about it. But it's like, you guys are an extension of the family. You guys, I love you. I really do. So guys, girls, all of the above, I love you. EAGLES. Eagles. Thank you for finishing that off for me, Tiffany. But ladies and gentlemen, that is all I have for you tonight. I will be out with that Cap Space show as soon as that damn information comes out. I do promise you. I will be tomorrow. I'm going to see if I'm able to come home for lunch and then I've got to run leads or something. Maybe I'll be able to record that Cap Space video. If not, when I get home, maybe I'll do it live with you. We'll see how tomorrow goes. But you're going to have 10 ways the Eagles can create cap space. And we'll talk about, how we can create more. So whether or not we have 25 or 30 actually right now or whatever it may be when the time comes, we'll know that we can make even more happen. And some of those moves are going to happen. We've already talked about them, but we'll recap. We'll add some new ones because a lot of the moves we talked about already happened. I know you guys love those shows because it's weird when all these things happen all the time and people are like, oh, I can't believe how he did that. How did no one saw this coming? And I always have to sit here every year like, well, I only made a show. And before I used to write articles on them and everything. It was just like, I'm here writing this. We have to pretend that I don't get all the draft. I haven't got 5 years right in a row. I know it's weird. The media gets so upset. I'll say stuff actually, I'm here explaining the cap to people. They're like, no one knows how this works. And I'm like, here's a detailed show showing you exactly. And they're like, well, you see, it's not actually how it works. And it's like, I don't know. But so Julian Blackman is still available. That's what I thought, man. See, this is why. Okay, so I will no longer be believing people in the chat. I apologize, but this is why I always give my news, because you can never tell what's going on there. But visited with the Bills. But yeah, I didn't think he signed. And you guys, you've seen the update of the top 200. But I'm sure a couple people signed today. But you will get another update on the top free agents after a few days after some people are gone. When it actually, matters, you get that second wave. So probably about a week from now. But I've got some other stuff planned for you. Tune in for that. But until then, you can always reach out, whether you want to talk some birds, talk about life, you need a friend. You can always comment down below. You want to continue the conversation on this, whatever it may be. I'm always here for you guys. And I know you're always here for me. So I cannot thank you enough for that. But have yourselves a fantastic rest of your night. Stay safe out there. But until next time, I'm Jimmy Smith. And this is On the Road to Victory. And as always, go Birds!